In a collegiate program, the death penalty means that an entire program has been shut down for committing serious infractions. Well, such a death occurred at SMU. In January 1976, Ron Mayer was hired to be the head coach at Dallas-based Southern Methodist University. The university hadn't won a national championship since 1935. Everyone was clamoring for a change. In February 1979, SMU managed to land two of the top high school running back prospects in the nation, Eric Dickerson and Craig James. This appeared to be an amazing recruiting effort. I mean, these guys were dynamic on the field, but it was hardly by chance. The recruiting of both was shady. Dickerson was soon driving a new gold Trans Am. Rumors swirled. As for Craig James, his girlfriend was given a full scholarship. The NCAA looked into SMU's recruiting practices and found numerous recruiting violations. The NCAA placed SMU on 2 years probation, prohibiting it from participating in any bowl games. Then in early 1982, Coach Ron Mayer bolted his promising SMU team to take the head coaching job with the New England Patriots. Well, several people believe Mayer left a national championship contender because he foresaw additional sanctions coming from the NCAA. SMU hired former Southern Miss coach Bobby Collins to be the head coach. Collins took SMU to an unbeaten season. Offensive lineman Sean Stopperich soon signed on as part of the 1983 recruiting class. And in 1984, SMU won the Southwest Conference Championship for the third time in 4 years. What a streak. However, Stopperich left SMU not long after. The NCAA began interviewing Stopperich about how he was recruited. Toward the end of March 1985, Texas governor and SMU booster Bill Clements conducted a private meeting with fellow boosters. The meeting centered on the SMU Board of Governors to put a halt to the school's recruiting tactics, which included improperly paying players. It was not so easy to completely stop the payments. You see, if the payments were totally stopped, someone was bound to blow the whistle. The NCAA laid down the harshest penalties to date. SMU was again placed on probation, this time for 3 years. Stopperich claimed that SMU paid him a $300 monthly allowance, helped his father find a job, and a rent-free apartment. On November 12, 1986, a new probe would come about as a result of the former linebacker David Stanley. Stanley had been kicked off the team for drug problems. Stanley revealed that SMU gave him $25,000 to play football for the school plus $400 a month as a living expense and paid his mother $350 a month. The athletic director denied they ever sent anything to Stanley or his mother. However, Hansen had evidence with him in the interview. On February 25, 1987, the NCAA gave SMU the death penalty. NCAA found that Governor Clements and the school board were aware of booster payments and the infamous slush fund. When a university football program goes from obscurity to national prominence in a short period of time, it would seem natural to ask, how is this taking place? It seems SMU figured that if enough athletes of talent were recruited and paid off, it could create a successful program. It literally bought a team. Once you decide to make one bad choice, the next bad choice isn't far behind. At SMU, the coaching staff, the athletic director, and all of the assistants and associates participated in some degree. And as for the governor, he might have been smart enough to see the train wreck ahead. Election years kind of do that to politicians. The hypocrisy of the sanctions against the players taking money or gifts hadn't fully surfaced in those days, even though the players and coaches privately expressed that the policies were irrational. SMU turned a blind eye to the tough questions because they didn't want to answer the tough questions. At the start, people in power could have said, we're Southern Methodist University, we're a religious institution, the concept of lying and cheating flies in the face of our core values, and the institution will not tolerate it. But that, well, it never happened.